Need to clear things up for some folks, yeah. People have the impression that folks like me can tell you the future. While there are people on this planet who can do that, not all of us can, not all of us does. Plenty of us just want you to stay rooted in now so that you can create your future. It's just like somebody coming to me specifically, or any one of the readers who I have taught over the years, that they want to know who they're going to meet that day. They're going to meet somebody new that day. Let me break it down for you this way. When you go to the store, you get in line, there are new people around you. This is regardless of the idea that when you are saying you like meet somebody new and you want to know if that's in the chart, and so you go come see somebody like me, and you go describe this person you meet at the grocery store, whatever, and you want to know if you get a chance with them. Well, first of all, locking eyes does not mean that you have this fated thing between you and them. I have two friends for whom that is true. Yes, I read their charts regularly. Only two. Out of probably thousands of charts over the years that I have read, only two turned out to be this fated romance where they locked eyes in the store and now 10 years later they're married. It doesn't happen like that for us all. At all. So I've mentioned before that I write a whole lot on the website Quora. And I answer a lot of questions about psychics, tarot readers, numerologists, astrology, like myself, read astrology, among all the other heebie-jeebie things that we who work in the weird do as part of our work. Yes, there are plenty of people who can read your chart and will be close to spot on with that question that I get all the time, which is, am I going to meet somebody new today? My only answer for that is if I'm reading your chart myself, of course you're going to meet somebody new today. You're going to meet yourself. You might not like what you see or hear or are told, but in order for you to meet somebody new, you have to be the rightest version of yourself that you can possibly be before anybody else who is worth a shit to you specifically. I read your chart or anybody's chart to find specific things. This is not, only me. Every astrologer who I know, we all have one of them things called a niche. Mine specifically is healing from a lifetime of abuse. I find it, I ferret it out, I ask you, I saw this in your chart. For me, I interpret it this way. Can you tell me a little bit about this? And lo and behold, the thing that has been bothering them possibly their entire whole lives, even though they went to one shrink, even though they went to go get meds from the doctor. Here, one of us comes, this instance, me, and says, hey, you get step parents, were you adopted? What happened over here in this, area of your life? Can you tell me that? Once I am told about what I'm seeing, I can then tell these people, oh, baby, and they found out why it is you're not getting what you want or you're not getting what you think you deserve. It's because you still got work to do. And if you allow this, that, or the other, or even, one person to show up in your life who may appear, maybe, to be exactly what you're looking for, but that's only your eyes. That's not the rest of you. That's not your soul. That's not internally. And whoever is pleasing on sight may not be the same person in a very short time to come. So when you go ask an astrologer, when you go ask somebody who works in the same trades that I do, to please tell you if they see your partner, your job, your this, your that, and we tell you, I see why that's not happening. If you trusted us enough to come to us, to pay us, to ask us some very personal things about yourself, please also trust that what at least this astrologer is telling you about what we see, plenty of us inside that chart, having not a thing to do with anybody else and everything to do with how you meet with that same energy that you want. Okay, and if you keep running into the same thing and you've been told already, it's because of this part over here and this sign and this planet. And we tell you, here's how you can, make them more better. And you still keep doing the same things you was doing, just like in the Bible, the dog returning to its vomit, you're going to get the same results. Okay, so if you're looking for change, and when I say change, change does not mean, oh, somebody came in my life, that's a big change. That's a huge change. But the biggest change has to come inside of you. And initially is when you want it to happen, prior to that person coming. Otherwise, when that person shows up, you're going to be learning the same lessons you've been learning all along. And you're going to think there's something wrong with you. No, it's not that there is something wrong with you. You just need to form a new habit. And when you go to, an astrologer, I hope they're, good enough to tell you the truth. I hope they're good enough to go, baby, you're not listening. First of all, you cannot do this, that, and the other until you fix this over here, and nobody else can be able to fix that for you. You have to do it yourself. Because once you do it yourself, the evidence of it being the truth, the evidence that you have changed one thing about yourself to get closer to the goal of whatever it is, not only will be seen outwardly, but if it's real and it's true and the change is there, it will be felt internally. Because anything that you see on the outside of you always begins on the inside. Okay, you know what? I'll be back. I don't know when, not today. I don't think. I'll be back.